and we solved the problem of too many cleaners. Now, that doesn't sound like much, but it actually says a great deal more. And I got that out of this course. So that one of my biggest lessons is how do you take something that's a fairly broad field and boil it down to very few words? What's the one thing that you can do that you can share with your prospective customers or anybody who could help you, partner with you, or whatever, and help them zero in on exactly what it is that you do? Now, you know what I said is we solve the problem. Every one of us has something that we think people should want and they should need and they should beat a path to our door. Well, I can tell you again, I'm a little different because I came in this program with business experience, but the program was still very, very valuable for me, both in terms of getting input from the other members of the team as well as especially from Lynn, who taught more than I'll ever know about collaboration, so that's another story for another day. But the point is, you can have the greatest mousetrap in the world. Nobody's going to come and buy it if they don't understand and relate to it and understand how is it going to fill my need. Many of the products that we sell, they're nice, but they're not necessities. Some of you may have heard of the analogy of selling aspirins versus vitamins. Vitamins are the things that you should have that people buy if they have extra income, and you know, the needs, the benefits are not necessarily immediate. An aspirin, on the other hand, when you have a headache, you will pay anything for. So I guess the thing is how do you turn what you have to offer into somebody's aspirin? In other words, how do you position what you have to offer as filling a very real need? And again, when I started my business of selling soap, so of course everybody needs soap, right? Does anybody here has a problem finding soap? Of course not. So how do you zero in and find what your particular niche is that other people just aren't filling in exactly the same way? How do you position your aspirin or your vitamin into becoming somebody else's aspirin? So a turning point to that came when I got my product accepted by Cloverdale Paints.
Oh, nice.
Exactly. So again, they started off with a trial order, and so far it's going well. But again, they're in a unique situation where they're a paint store. Nowadays, paint stores no longer sell oil-based products, so they're all water-based. Well, my product works great with cleaning water-based paints as well as wall surfaces, floors, carpets. So it's how do you take that thing? One of the worst things you can answer when somebody says, well, what can your product do? And you say, well, it can do anything. You've actually told them nothing. So being specific, zeroing in on somebody's headache and saying, I have an aspirin. So to an extent, you need to create the problem. You need to give them the headache and then offer them the aspirin. So that was my learning points.
Do you have anything to do with frog tape?